Will Nobel win inspire more reading? When Han Gang won the Nobel Prize this month, people rushed to buy her works. Bookstores reported sales of over 1 million copies within a few days. Besides the obvious interest in someone who had suddenly become internationally famous, how are we to interpret this? Might it be the spark that lights a sustained passion for reading among Koreans? This should be transformative, for despite the high level of education, people here hardly ever read anything. A government survey revealed that in 2023, 7 out of 10 adults hadn't managed a single novel or non-fiction book in either print or ebook format throughout the entire year. If they had picked one up, it's likely it was to stick under a table leg or move to dust the bookshelf. Some may have started reading one, but then put it down and pick up the phone. Thanks to the 3 people in 10 who did read a whole book, the average figure for each adult Korean last year was 3.9 books. That puts Koreans low on the international reading chart. Americans, by comparison, read around a book a month. This makes me wonder if many of the 1 million Hangang novels now in Korean homes will actually be read or whether they will lie accusingly on the shelf in the living room, like the copy of Finnegan's Wake I bought as a student and which had sat there patiently for decades in houses and apartments in Edinburgh, London, New York, and in a bunch of dongs in Seoul. The reason for the absence of a reading culture are no doubt complex. What isn't? But I suspect that it comes down to a couple of things that go way back and are harder to shift. One is the attitudes to leisure. When I observe Korean people in a generalized way through a European lens, it seems to me that they are not able to relax. It's as if they work hard, play hard, and then flop asleep. In between activities, they look at their phones. This even applies to vacation. The idea of summer holiday when I was young was 2 weeks on the beach or beside the pool with perhaps a day of sightseeing and shopping. Koreans, I notice, only bother with beaches and pools if they have spent the previous 2 years preparing in the gym to look nonchalantly beautiful. The rest want a schedule for each day and shop and sightsee so furiously that they arrive back home after a trip more exhausted than when they left. The only book you'll see is the guide to Paris or wherever it is they are going. The other factor is the emotional association around the reading itself. It's disliked as benefits, as befits something that is more than an obligation, than a personal choice. The origin of these attitudes becomes apparent when you consider the book reading statistics for students. These are very different from those of adults. Students read a lot. On average, they are at it for around an hour and a half a day and get through 36 books a year. We don't need convincing that there's no pleasure in this. It's work. In fact, reading for pleasure is considered a waste of time. How else to explain that as soon as the last exam is over, the book reading all but stop? I know the feeling. I had a similar reaction studying English literature at university, where I fell foul of a critical, dissecting way of looking at what is considered literally that ruins any real appreciation of it.